One of my biggest sources of creativity and of just having a fun time in general is going out into nature for long walks that usually last hours on end. And this day was no different because on this day I was gonna walk like 7 kilometers probably around my hometown. I was gonna go up this nice and curved hill and I was gonna watch my village from afar, watching it over. Just like Dio right here from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That was going to be me. But what I actually wanted from this adventuring session was the new thoughts, new ideas that I always talk about and preach on our clan. You see, the reason why I do adventuring in the first place is because it clears your mind heavily, and especially during the complacent times of winter break. Because, of course, I'm still a student, so I still go to school, and so that is the main place where I usually get new thoughts throughout the work week. But now, since like everything is cold outside, there's a lot of like sweets that we have baked at home. We have a lot of family gatherings that we must do. We fall into complacency. We as men on self evolution. But that's completely fine because this is exactly the same situation that each and every single one of us faces at the end of each year. Each year after Christmas ends, we just fall into complacency. And it is okay for us to do that since we have kind of the right to do so, but not really. We still have to work, but we still have to spend some time with our family, of course. And so the main comforter and the main factor that keeps me out of this complacency is adventuring, like I already mentioned. Just 1 hour long walk into nature each and every single day can bring you so many new thoughts, so many new mindsets, so many new ways of thinking. And plus, you will burn the same amounts of calories as you would if you were running. That's completely insane, isn't it? Just the fact that you're walking, it already works out your abs so much that they are literally sore right now. I'm not joking. I went on a walk 2 days ago, and I also did like a heavy workout session at my at my house the other day, and also like destroyed my indoor trampoline that I have. So yeah, my abs they're still pretty sore, and I'm still going to the gym today, so that's a plus. And so on this day, I had enough of the complacency and I wanted to explore the nature in general. I wanted to go around my local sites that we have over there and just have a good time and possibly get some new powerful ideas, just like how the famous people do from time to time. And so I got out of my house and I was off to go. I The first 10% of the adventuring session weren't that interesting. I was just walking through my village, trying to get to the field roads, and yet no thoughts whatsoever. So I just decided to indulge in my regular thoughts of the books that I wanted to read, of the new knowledge that I've gained, of trying to process the new lessons that I got from the anime that I'm watching right now. It was really fun, and that continues to until like the 30% of the way because during those 20% I passed like through the railway that goes around my village and I finally got on a nice and really windy field road. It was very windy, but at least it was very sunny on that day. And keep in mind, this was right after Christmas, which is really unusual because I remember that every single time during Christmas it was like really cloudy, it was like really wet and cold, but this time it was really different. It was just windy, but I don't care about the wind. All I care about if it's sunny and not muddy. That's all I care about. And so I was getting slightly tilted in the upwards trajectory because I was slowly but surely climbing that tilt. I was slowly but surely getting up that I wouldn't say mountain, but I would say like uh a higher altitude, which is like 50 to 60 meters at its peak. And I was getting to like the 30th meter. And as I stopped, and I slowly but surely glanced over my hometown, whew, that view, it costs $1 million to be honest. It literally makes you feel so powerful. And so I continued even further, still getting no new thoughts that I could implement into my daily life that could have and that could enhance me in my growth. But I didn't care. I just continued as regular, and I started to think about all the different things that I was gonna do when I would come home. I was gonna read this book. I was gonna watch this documentary that I found from this Christian believer guy, and it was gonna be completely awesome. I was also thinking about my plans for the future, some what ifs that could have happened in my life if something went slightly but surely wrong. I was thinking about all the different situations that could have happened in my life. So many interesting things, so many new different stories, so many new different lessons that I could have gotten along the way. I was reflecting on my life in general, and I was planning for the future. And so then, as I finally climbed that tilted attitude, and I finally turned left to go alongside the peak, I stopped at the halfway point of the adventuring session, and I was looking over my house. It was literally like a straight line ahead of me, even though it was like 50 meters below me. It was a nice view, and I could exactly tell its details, even from like a 1 kilometer radius, and especially 50 meters in the air. It was a nice view, but still nothing. No thought whatsoever. And so I just gave up. I realized that I was really pushing it. You see, creativity and its most important lessons, the most broadening horizons, the biggest mindset shifts, they don't come from you just walking around for 45 minutes and having all of these new points of views. Literally. They need you to stay there for hours on end. Not even in a walking motion, but in just a still motion. They require you to stay there for hours on end, possibly even sitting down and looking at the beautiful nature, just not doing anything whatsoever other than just thinking about your daily life. Because soon enough, that new mindset shift, it will arrive. It just takes a fuck ton of time. And so I walked another 10% of the way, and then I realized it. I was doing this wrong the entire way. I just realized, wait, oh yeah, that makes sense. If I don't force the mindset shifts, if I just let myself live a happy life, and yeah, sure, I can help myself with these adventuring sessions, but it could happen even if I was at my house, reading a book or something. The best things in life, they always come at the most unexpected moments. Oh, fuck, that is a huge life lesson in on itself. And I immediately wrote that down, and I was happy with that adventuring session. Because even if it was something small as that, that meant that that adventuring session turned into something incredible. It instantly leveled up to be even better than the one that I had before. Of course, the one that I had before was still really good, but this one was on par with that. Because during that last adventuring session, I got a lot of new life lessons, but those were probably at like the 90% of the way until I was at home. So this was a huge step up. You see, every single progress on Earth works like this. It is literally like a dam, and you add water towards it. That water symbolizes the amount of time, effort, whether it's physical or mental effort, doesn't matter. What matters is that you add the progress, the effort that you put in into the dam. You slowly but surely fill it up with everything that you got, with the discipline that you put into actually putting in the water in the first place, and then eventually after a while, the dam won't be able to hold back all of the water that you've put in there, and it will slowly but surely start to crack. You will slowly but surely damage it. It will literally break until it will fully collapse. And you never know when it will collapse. All you know is that it will eventually collapse. And is the that is the gratification that you get. That is the feeling of abundance that you get from it. The feeling of motivation to continue forward. However, when it comes to coming up with new ideas or getting success in anything, in any skill, you must think of bringing the water bucket in there, like if you were doing in the real life. Think about it. If you just do it with motivational highs because you want to get it down narrow and you just cannot wait like 6 months to get something done, you just cannot wait a single bit and you want to get it done now. You want to upload all of the videos. You want to learn all of the martial arts kicks right now in this week because you just cannot wait and you cannot wait for long-term progress to take effect. Then you won't get anywhere. And you will bring that bucket over there daily with motivational highs. You will just come there and you will try to bring as many gallons as possible in that single day, but eventually you will get so worked up that you won't show up 4 days out of the entire week, and you will become inconsistent, and yeah, it just won't work. However, if you don't run on motivational highs, on the happiness, and if you instead use fulfillment to get you there. So if you actually have something other to think about, like I already mentioned, the anime that I watch that expands my horizons and my understanding of human nature, that book that I read about any kind of topic, whether it is the subconscious mind or trading or whether it is dark humor, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it brings me fulfillment because I have something specific to think about, not just life in general. Because think about it. If you think about life way too much and you try to get the life lessons out of it, then you will repel it. It is just like attracting a woman. If you focus way too much on her, you will not attract her. You will repel her, just like a mosquito flying around her being annoying. And that's exactly how progress works, right there. If you focus way too much on it, you will repel it. But the instant that you let go and you become yourself and you just let the time pass, you don't force your schedules and you just do it because you are actually fulfilled from the adventuring sessions because you get to spend some time with your mind, then eventually, I don't know when, but it will hit you, that new life lesson, and it will hit you hard. It doesn't matter if it will take you 5 hours of adventuring, 10 hours, 100 hours, it will eventually get to you. You just need to be patient, and you need to believe in the dam because it will always break. It is never a matter of if, it is a matter of when. You cannot fail in any realm once you actually make the first steps towards it. You cannot fail in any kind of skill if you just fail enough. The only thing, the only way that your hope dies, the only way that your dam will never break is if you give up. Okay? If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like-minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will be like your true, blood-bonded brothers with whom you can talk about any kind of topic and any kind of life lesson that you wish, and they will give you feedback on it, like there is no tomorrow. Then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're working with videos like these and willing to take action, that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please, harness it and join us on the path towards greatness. I know that you'll find your place in there. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you want, join the email list in the description, and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most, and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee you success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Reader's Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be a fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you